Today we talk Speedway from IRWINDALE, California. Do you remember IRWINDALE Speedway? It was held every Thursday night. It was an exciting night. It was IRWINDALE Speedway. The first promoters at IRWINDALE Speedway was E.J. Meister. He was the VP, and he was from Whittier, California. And the president was Mr. John Gibson. He was from La Habra, California. Sexy Jeff Sexton is no longer with us. Rest in peace, Jeff Sexton. But he was a great rider, and he was a great rider at IRWINDALE Speedway also.
Hi, I'm Jeff Sexton. I live in Montclair, and ride for the East team, and number 14. We're here at IRWINDALE today.
One of the true great announcers in the modern-day Speedway was Bruce Flanders. Rest in peace. He passed away a few years ago, sad to say. But he was an amazing announcer, and he will tell you just how easy or just how hard it is to ride a Speedway bike.
A Speedway motorcycle is a simple thing to ride. Notice I did not say easy. I said simple. There's a clutch, there's a throttle, there's no brakes. You don't have to worry about when you're putting on the brakes. You don't have to worry about shifting. There's no gearbox. There's a throttle, there's a clutch. You're only going to use the clutch once. If it all works right. Is it easy to ride? Hell no! It's making 70 horsepower. It's putting it down to the rear wheel in a big hurry, and you better figure out how to make it work.
I'd like to take this time to thank Paul Flanders, Bruce's brother, and the Flanders family for making this show possible. They had a lot to do with the Speedway. You know, Bruce was heavily involved in IRWINDALE at one time. But next we're going to share some Speedway riders who were stars of the IRWINDALE Speedway.
My name is Steve Bast. I'm from Loomis, Sherman Oaks, California. My number 6, and I ride for the East team.
Hi, my name is Bruce Penhall. I'm from Balboa. I'm riding for the East team, and I hope to have a good day of racing.
My name's Sonny Nutter. I'm from Topanga, California, number 19, and I'm on the Eastern team.
Yeah. My name is Larry Shine from Fullerton, California. I'm riding for the East team today. We're going to put it on them. Hi, my name is Alan Krishna. I'm from Huntington Beach, California. I'm number 28. I ride for the East team too.
Hello, my name is Bobby Schwartz. I'm 20 years old from Santa Barbara, California. My number is 126, and I'm riding for the East team.
Michael Bast is a hell of a chess player.
Hello, my name is Mike Bast. I'm out of Canyon Country, California, riding for the West team. My number is 1.
Bill Cody would have been a national champion several times if it wasn't for the Bast brothers and Rick Woods.
My name's Bill Cody. I'm from Garden Grove, California, and I'm on the Western team.
I'm Mark Jury. I'm from Reseda, California. I'm number 7 on the West team.
Hello, my name is Rick Woods. I'm from Huntington Beach, California, and I'm here today competing on the West team. My number is number 2, and we'll see what happens shortly.
My name is Doug Farrell, and I'm riding for the West team. I'm from Pasadena. My number is 121.
Hello, my name is Scott Simmons. My number is 34. I'm from Chatham, California, on the West team.
I remember as a young Speedway rider, 16, I was in the pits watching all these stars. And I would watch these stars like Stevie Nutter. He was a hot rider. The guy just was always winning, was always, doing well.
I'm Steve Nutter. I'm from Southern California. I'm going to be riding for the West team today, and I'm number 18 today. Thank you.
Stevie Nutter was a star, and I would watch these guys in the pits unload their bikes, just like this at IRWINDALE Speedway. you know, there was lots of great racers who raced at Irwindale. Who's who of American Speedway race there. But Bruce Flanders is going to talk about one of the hardest racers that he raced against in his days as a racer.
Mike Connolly would come in and rub your left boot with his front wheel. That was to let you know that next time he was going to knock you right the hell off of that motorcycle. But now that I'm rubbing your boot, you know I'm wanting by. And it took me a couple of races to figure out that message. Mike Connolly, I'm not trying to imply he was a dirty rider, very capable rider, but I was not the fastest guy.
I remember I won one main event in D1 at the Irwindale, and that was difficult. But you know, that wasn't my favorite night of racing. My favorite night of racing was when I went to D1. It was at Irwindale, so it holds a special place in my memory. And you know, I was racing a handicap race, and I was like on the 30 or 40 yard line or whatever in D2. And I had to pass all these slower guys. And this one guy, I think his name was like Goodwin or something, and another guy, they were blocking me and they wouldn't let me pass. And I was ready for D1 at this particular moment in time. And I just plowed right through these guys. And I have a picture here of it. And I just plowed these guys. And I said, you're not going to stop me. Nobody's going to stop me from this main event win. And I went ahead and won that race. And all the promoters that were there, they looked at me and my ability at that time. And they said, Brian is a legitimate D1 rider. We're moving that guy up, because I literally was in control. I plowed these guys and I won the race. And so that was really great. And the trophy girl was nice. And one of my friends from Facebook, he's in the background of the picture. His name is Brian. And he just is like, that was me in the picture. That little boy behind you. Well, I was a young boy too. But anyways, Irwindale was great. Great memories for all. Irwindale was indeed a great track, a fast track. You know, back in the day, Irwindale was one of the longest tracks on the circuit, but it wasn't really that long. But all the tracks at the Speedway were just short tracks. And Irwindale was definitely the longest track at that time. Probably the size of maybe like Paris or something like that. But anyways, Irwindale was just a fast track. Everyone went fast. And it was just an incredible experience for all, the fans and the racers at the great Irwindale Speedway. The SRA was the sanctioning body, the ruling body at that time. You had to obey their rules, their laws, their regulations. And if you didn't obey their rules, you'd get a fine. I got a few of those. I think my kill switch, I lost like $15. I'm still mad to today. No, not really. But Jerry Fairchild was the president of the SRA. And Irwindale and Pasadena, where he was residing at that time, was only a couple minutes down the freeway. So Jerry would go ahead and that was his home track. And the SRA was sanctioned and stationed in Pasadena, California. Another guy that I remember from Irwindale was the announcer, Steve Evans. Not the Steve Evans promoter now, but there was another Steve Evans, and he has passed away since. Rest in peace, Steve Evans. But he had this great voice, and I used to mix him up with Bruce Flanders because they were kind of similar. And Steve Evans, he did a lot of TV shows, and Bruce Flanders was the announcer over the intercom at Irwindale. But Steve Evans was definitely a big part of promotions and at the Irwindale Speedway. Also, Steve Evans was involved in the drag strip, maybe the motocross. They had motocross and they had the drag races also at the Irwindale Speedway. Sad to say, Irwindale was purchased by Miller Brewing Company, the beer company. Miller bought the land and they just tore out all the tracks and everything. They built this big brewery making beer. And the Speedway track is no longer there, rest in peace. And we just always remember those great times. Like I mentioned, you had to be there to enjoy those moments, those memories, those great racing experiences at that wonderful track called Irwindale.
Worst food I ever ate at a racetrack, something that those British people at Coventry called a cheeseburger. Ooh, they don't know about cheeseburgers. I think they boil them. Cheeseburger, extra grilled onions, fries, and a root beer float.